All right, what's the worst that could happen to you if you don't pay your old federal student loans? Garnishment, something on your credit report. Well, how about being arrested by the U.S. Marshal's office?
Yeah, you don't expect that, but Aker is live with a man who experienced just that over a $1,500 student loan. Isaiah?
Well, Don and Melinda, I still can't believe this one, but it is just mind-blowing. This is a story that will likely outrage you and leave you wondering, why are the resources of the federal government being used this way? Joining me live is Paul Aker. He had a student loan debt from 1987. The loan was $1,500. Last Thursday, 7 people in combat gear with automatic weapons showed up at his home and took him to jail for a 29-year-old student loan. Those people were U.S. Marshals, Deputy U.S. Marshals right here in Houston. Also joining us is U.S. Congressman Gene Green. Paul, when these people arrived at your front door, what did you think? There is a U.S. Marshal Service knocking on your door for a $1,500 student loan.
I was wondering, why are you here? I'm home, I haven't done anything, and why are the Marshals knocking on my door? It's amazing.
Now, you were arrested, you were in shackles, you were in handcuffs, and where did they take you?
They took me downtown to the federal court, where they put me in a 4x4 cell for about an hour, and then an hour later I was taken before a judge surrounded by 7 marshals.
For a payment agreement?
For a payment
All
agreement.
of that for a payment agreement?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was just totally mind-boggling. I just couldn't believe that I'm standing before the court with no rights read to me, no legal representation, and I'm being told that I owe $1,500 and just couldn't believe it.
Congressman Gene Green, what do you make of this?
Well, there's bound to be a better way to collect on a student loan debt that's so old. Now, again, the interest is accrued on it, but still, using 7 U.S. Marshals, you didn't receive any kind of notice, no certified mail, nobody coming out and saying this is the debt you owe.
Nothing in 30 years, almost 30 years.
You know, our federal resources, our U.S. Marshals and the federal court system are being used, I think, by the private sector. A few years ago, Congress allowed the private sector to contract for student loan collections. And so you have these private companies who are doing this. You told me that it wasn't a U.S. attorney that was there. It was actually a private attorney standing in the place of the U.S.
bill collector.
A bill collector.
We're out of time, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming on. But once again, we want to remind the public, I was told by sources with the U.S. Marshal Service, they have 1,200 to 1,500 more arrests right here in our community that they will make for old student loan debt.